friends from school. They came up to the consulate while we were waiting for the bus. And we were both so embarrassed to look at we just pretended that,
Thank you so much.
yeah, we hadn't been on a date. We just, I mean, they knew that.
Hello. Thanks for coming out. How are you? Sure. Yeah, everybody take one. Take one for your neighbors. Take one for anyone and everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't believe you're letting anybody sit up.
Okay, are you ready to meet Newt Gingrich? Join me in a very, very warm welcome to the potential First Lady of our nation, Callista Gingrich. Welcome. It's great to be in Spokane this afternoon. Today, we need a leader who can clearly articulate why President Obama and his policies are wrong for America. We need a leader who understands that we must contain and defeat our enemies. And we need a leader with bold solutions to create a better future for all Americans. I believe that leader is my husband. Please welcome former Speaker of the House and the next President of the United States, Newt Gingrich.
First of all, thank you all very, very much for that warm welcome. I do want to take a minute or two to talk about sort of I think this is an astonishing day. President Obama surrendered twice today, and I think it deserves to be brought to the country's attention. The more outrageous involves the killing of 2 young Americans and wounding of 4 others in Afghanistan. Now, apparently there was an incident where an amount of radical Islamist materials being burned. Apparently the Koran was part of that. That has now been blown into a huge incident by various fanatics in Afghanistan. The president apologized for the burning. But I haven't seen the president demand that the government of Afghanistan apologize for the killing of 2 young Americans. My hunch is, since the person who killed them is an Afghan soldier, that soldier was being paid with American money, armed with American money, trained with American money, and there's something profoundly wrong when the commander-in-chief refuses to defend the integrity and the lives of the people who serve under him, and instead abjectly crawls to apologize to a country whose religious fanatics, let's be clear about this, churches are burned in Nigeria. Churches are burned in Egypt. Churches are burned in Malaysia. Do we have a word out of the President of the United States about the fact that maybe they demand an apology for religious intolerance? No. There seems to be nothing that radical Islamists can do to get Barack Obama's attention in a negative way, and he is consistently apologizing to people who do not deserve the apology of the President of the United States, period. If the President of Afghanistan doesn't feel like apologizing, then I think we should say goodbye and good luck. We don't need to be here risking our lives and wasting our money. Has come to tell the truth about the threats of radical Islamism and to tell the truth about the degree to which the Obama administration routinely and consistently lies to the American people about what's going on. And an American government which is afraid to tell the truth is an American government which can't defend America. That's how dangerous this is. But the second surrender, frankly, is a joke. I mean, it's a speech so funny that it ought to be on Saturday Night Live as a skit. The President went to Miami to explain rising gasoline prices. I was just reading the text, and I kid you not. The President of the United States explains, first of all, that there's no single silver bullet. Now, that's just wrong. Defeating Obama is a single thing that will change. Obama explained that we can't really drill for oil in order to bring down the price of gasoline. But he has a new program for algae. For the President to stand there and explain to us that sometime in our grandchildren's lives, algae would rescue us. I mean, I rest my case. I mean, how do you deal seriously? Now, the President, who of course wants us to believe that he's actually for what he's against, because if we knew what he was against, we would fire him, and he wants to get reelected. So he knows that what we want, he doesn't want, but he can't say he doesn't want it, because then we wouldn't rehire him, and he wants to get rehired, so he has to pretend he wants what we want, even if he doesn't want it. That makes sense so far. The ideological left hates fossil fuels. They believe all of us ought to be driving very small vehicles that get very, very long mileage, or we should ride bicycles. The Secretary of Energy said in 2008 his goal was to get American gasoline to be about the price of European gasoline, $9 or $10 a gallon. Now, I doubt if that's the goal of anybody in Spokane. I mean, maybe a couple of people, I don't know, at the university. But, you know, so why would you have a Secretary of Energy who's anti-energy? But here's reality. The whole idea of peak energy may be wrong. That in fact, it may well be with new science and new technology that there are huge volumes of energy available, certainly enough to get through the next century or more. So that if something does happen in the Middle East, we don't care. My goal is for America to be so energy independent that no future president will ever bow to a Saudi king. So I'm not trying to take us to some magic land. I'm trying to get to a world we can call pre-Obama. I believe the economy will start to improve late on election night. I think that when people realize that the president's been defeated and that we're going to move towards common sense policies, you'll see people starting to move towards hiring people, making investments. Now, I want to campaign this fall